Hello, this is Nikki in Niagara, coming to you from Niagara Falls, Canada. And today I have something different for you. I was asked by Victoria's Moon if I would be interested in reviewing their paint to by number kits. And I have been dying to get my hands on a paint by number kit, so I of course said yes. So here it is. All I've done is picked open the end to make sure it was what I thought it was. So we'll get this black bag off. And my box has gotten a bit beaten up. I believe all that crinkly. I'll wait till I'm done. Now I'll talk. Can't talk over the sound of that. I believe Victoria's Moon, is their name on here somewhere? No, because I hope I'm saying it right. I believe that they are in the UK and I am in Canada. So the box has definitely been through the mail system and possibly not abused, but definitely not treated with care. So let's see if the contents are okay. Now I hope their brand name is on something in here. So I'm just going to pull the canvas out and then we'll get this up and pull everything out of it. And that is that. So, the paints all still have their lids on them. Let's see, how many different colors are there in here? 18, 19, 20, 24. So there's 24 different colors in this one. They've included 3 brushes and some hanging hardware, let's just say that. Now, this is a rolled canvas. Okay, I'm doing it the right way. So, I'm just gonna kind of, might have to set something on the edges of it. I don't know how much of this you're gonna see. We'll zoom in on it so you can take a look at it. Okay, good. I like the size. I was, oh my goodness. Okay, there is a lot of little intricate work down here, but you know what? That's okay, because my favorite thing to do, and you're all going to think I'm nuts, but my favorite thing to do is to color with a magnifying glass. I just love getting down into that small spaces and having my fine liner look like a giant under the magnifying glass. So, definitely going to have to do that down here. There is no paper. There is no name of what they're called. Okay, my package was not open when I received it. So usually they send you a piece of paper with a small version of the picture on it. There's also no picture of the finished version anywhere. So it's a generic box that they come in. But the picture that I chose was Big Ben. And it's a scene, a city scene of London with Big Ben in the background. And yeah, it's a red double-decker bus in the street below. So it's a really pretty picture. I wish that I had received the piece of paper that goes with it. I wish I had received somewhere even just a little picture on the box, like these ones here. of what my finished picture looks like, because now the only way I can know is looking it up on their website. I also wish that they had included their name somewhere. I'm going to go have to check my email from them to make sure that their name is Victoria's Moon, because that's what I remember it as. Now, there are two ways to do these. The fabric feels, I mean, it's real canvas. You can see that on the back, and you can feel it on the back. It's been treated with probably gesso and then had the picture stamped on it. So I also, and this is really weird, there's no number key of the pictures down here. So I don't know, I'm just wondering if it's a toss-up on how these things come, or if I've received a box that wasn't fully put together properly. The picture looks great. It's straight, it's detailed, it's fabulously the line work is fabulous. It's clear, it's bold, it's straight. I can see it. I can, nothing is faded. I'm going to have an easy time looking at that. Let's open this up and have a look and see if the brushes they sent are usable, or if I'll have to use my own. And I don't mind if I have to use my own, because I do have a paintbrush collection here. There's some cheap ones in there, but I do have a lot of nice ones in there. Okay, I've just got a little whiff of something, but not anymore. Okay, now there's a little tiny bit of dried blue paint to the bag there. There's my blue. Is it open? No, it's not open. No, it's fully sealed. Oh, yeah, there's a little bit there. I wonder if they had a little bit of a problem when they were packing it and they put it in before it had dried. Okay, so I have to be careful I don't get the hardware out of here, because I don't want to lose it. Okay, so I'll keep that in a safe place somewhere. Now let's take a look at these brushes. Well, they definitely feel like they'll last, at least to start with. Now this one's got a curled, brush. I mean a curled, oh, the word has lost my mind. I mean my mind. My mind has lost the word. Anyways, a hair. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's a hair sticking out on this one here. Don't think water's going to help it out at all. Now this one is stiff, and that's how paintbrushes should come. Neither of these are. So they're supposed to be coated with, I forget what it's called, when you get a watercolor brush, so that you put it in the water and get rid of that coating. The coating is to protect the bristles. Never mind that we had one sticking out on here. And there, now it's off, and now it's soft, and Looks like my sticky out hair has gone back home. Yeah, I'm going to use these to start with. Oh no, there it is. Okay, I'm going to have to cut that off because there is no way I can paint with that sticking out. There we go. Much better. Okay. So, to tell you the truth, I just want to dive in here. Now, there's two ways of doing it. You can mount it on a wooden frame. You can make your own, or you can go to somewhere like Michael's and buy a canvas that's already put on the wood, and then your choices from there is that you can put this just right on top of the canvas and staple it to the back, pull it nice and tight, or you can take off the canvas that's already on it and then put this one on, and you can paint that way. From what I've read about paint by numbers, this kind is that's what they recommend doing, but I do not want to be painting on the canvas when I'm doing it flat like this. Maybe if I was standing up and working, I would, but I can't stand up and work. So I'm going to work it on the flat canvas, and I'm going to work on the flat canvas and stretch it onto a frame when I'm finished. Now, I've got a couple of big frames up there, but neither of them are the correct size for this. Now, I got the 40 by 50 inch one, so centimeters? No, wait. I don't even know. Oh. Okay, that's 30. Okay, yeah, it's centimeters. It's 40 centimeters by 50 centimeters. And I don't know what that is in inches. So, I'm going to start with the sky up there. It's the easiest thing to do. Oops. Losing my brushes. Okay, so I'm just going to have to go behind me and grab my paper towels and my magnifying glass, so it'll just be a second. Back. Oh. So now, since I'm right-handed, I'm going to start over here and work across like that. Of course, I'm not going to get that much done here on camera, but I definitely want to start. Don't know how easy this is going to be working with the tripod in my way, so this might not be something I can work on screen. Because I think, do we need light? Now I've knocked it. I don't think the light made a difference, did it? Okay, so you can see, and I will zoom into where my paintbrush is with the editing software, as long as it's on screen. Yes, it is. I'll put something in the corners here. Okay, let's hope those don't knock over. Okay, so we're going to start with 8, which is blue. There's no instructions. Am I on screen or off? No, I'm off. I'm trying to open up the package of paint. The last thing I want is, okay, it's opening. Do it gently because I don't want it to squirt all over everything. Okay, there we go. A piece of dried paint fell out. And I'm just going to start by using the lid. And what are we doing? We're doing this big space right here. Can you see? Yep. No. I think I only have one pot of each color. There's nothing that there's more than one pot of, so that kind of like leaves you feeling a little scared as to whether there'd be enough. Now there's no instructions here, so I'm not going to water it down, and I don't think I would be supposed to because this is covering the canvas just fine. If it was mixed with water, it would be too it would become transparent, which it isn't right now. It's a very nice thick consistency. I need to use one of the thinner brushes. Don't think I'm gonna like these thin brushes. Yeah, no, I don't like that one. It's got a big long taper at the end that flounces about. Let's try this one. Yeah, it's kind of working. Let's just try a bit. Sorry, there's going to be some quiet while I do this because it takes concentration. Yeah, I'm not crazy on this brush either. I don't feel like I have a lot of control of it. But I'm still going to give it a go. Okay. I like the flat brush. It works well. Let's try and get up to the edges with it. I won't mind. I'll see. These things are in my way. Yeah, I definitely need a thinner brush to use because I don't like those two. Okay, see, I've just lost a bristle. Oh no. No, it was just a thick piece of paint. Trying to keep it smooth and even. I love painting. It's such a relaxing pastime because you have to go slow. And I mean, I find coloring relaxing too, but I have a tendency to go too fast. Sometimes I let myself slow right down. Alright, now let's see. Okay, so it's not a quick dry, or at least not too quick, because I'm able to go back here, straighten out my brush strokes. Now let's see. This is one of my own, and I think it's just a cheap one. Yeah, this is just one I got from AliExpress. Now that doesn't mean that it's going to be bad. We'll check and see. I definitely have more control over this. There's more bristles. And especially at the part that tapers at the top, there's still bristles up there. Those two thin ones up there, once it got to the tapering, the bristles tapered away, or it left like one long one that I couldn't work with. But I think what I'll do with this is just work it on a section at a time, rather than, you know, do all the 8s on the whole thing, because then I can kind of like roll up the end as I go along. Now, maybe if I clean one of these brushes, oh no, that's my flat one. If I clean this, maybe I can take care of where I went over the line. No, because you can't really erase acrylic paint. I don't even know what this is. They're supposed to be, I think they're an acrylic oil blend. Well, what color is 19? Oh, yeah, it's a blue. Acrylics go over, they're opaque, so if you go outside of the lines, the color that you're using there will cover it up. Only problem would be is if it's a really light color and you're trying to go over a mistake you made with a really dark color. You may not be able to get rid of it shadowing through. Okay, that looks good. Just want to get the top edge good. Okay, so now that is an 8. So these are all numbers, so I don't have to worry about a number looking like a letter. Okay, well, I'm not having any problem with this at all. Two out of the 3 brushes are useless to me, but to tell you the truth, I wasn't expecting the brushes to even be usable, because whenever you get a kit that includes brushes, you know you're going to have to use your own brushes. the cost of these canvases is less than what the cost of a good paintbrush would be. Okay, so any more 8s up here? Well, there's gotta be. Don't tell me I picked a color that's only used once. I mean, that's only used in 2 little spots. 9 is used a lot. Oh, there's 8 in this corner over here. It may be hidden in all that stuff over there. Wish I could see a picture. Oh, okay, well let's do an outline since I've got this brush in my hand. Now can you see? Okay, I'm still on the screen. Yeah, being able to have a, I mean it could even be a photocopy of their picture on the website, but just a finished picture of what you're going to do so that I know what this is. Like, is it still the sky in different hues? Is it a tree? Which it looks like it might possibly be. Okay, so that's going to need to be washed every time because it's thickening up on the brush. This one is good. This is a nice brush. Okay, let's try and see if we can do a straight. Section up there. You've got a lot of paint on your brush. It spreads nicely. It is very thick, so when you only have a little bit on, that doesn't spread a lot. So yeah, I'm not too sure about the oil, the paint. Like I say, I think it is an acrylic oil blend. Or an oil acrylic. Obviously it's mostly acrylic because it washes off my brushes with water. But the fact that it gobs up on my paintbrushes does lead me to believe it has oil in there. I wonder if paints are a mixture to begin with, like pencils are. Like colored pencils are all a blend of wax and oil, and then they, like for an oil pencil, they get that wax oil basis, and then they fill up with oil to make an oil pencil. And for a wax one, they get that oil wax configuration of whatever it is, and then they keep adding wax to it to build up a wax crayon. I like to go lightly around the edges with my tool, so I want to use up all the paint on my brush so I don't waste any of it. I got 2 small 17s in the middle of this thing. So I'm gonna get hold of this brush here and let's just finish up the edges. Okay, that's working nicely. Now let's get around these guys. Hope I can still read that they're 17. So that's what the point of the colored sheet, the sheet that has your picture on it. The point of that, one of the points of it, is so that you can check your numbers. Yeah, I can definitely tell that's 17 on that one. Okay, so just flattening this all out. It's all gone. It's all pretty dry now. It's at the sticky stage, but there's still some wetness where I've left a little bit paint there. Okay, well, I mean, this isn't going to be perfect with my first try. Definitely need to go over those to fill them in better, but I'm feeling strange about only having one of these little jars of each color, so I'm sure that is okay. As we say, I haven't used much of 8 up here. I don't even know if I can see it anywhere else. There's no big parts except for this sky, and then they're all little ones. So, yeah, I'm not, oh, see, there's an 8. It's just a little space in the on the building. Yeah, so I'm gonna tackle the sky that's here, and then we'll see where we go from there. So, yeah, that's fun. I'm gonna have fun doing this. This is for sure. Once I feel comfortable knowing that I've got enough of the paint, I'll go back and try and fill in the sections, where I've left a little space of white. Alright, so I will definitely be working on this in my spare time. What spare time? I don't know. But I'll be showing progress reports of it. I think I'll probably put pictures up on Instagram of progress too every time I sit down. But as I work on this, I can roll it up and keep working on it. So I was worried whether I'd be able to work on the desk with the tripod on here, but that's good. I wonder if I can steam this so that it's flatter. But it does seem to be laying out flat as it is. Wonder what 17 is. It goes in there. Oh, a really dark blue. Yeah, so that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be using the blues up here for the sky. Okay, so there is our introduction to color by number painting. this is going to be some project, but I am excited about digging into this and getting going at it. Once I have like a section done like that, it should, I'm expecting it to feel real good. So we'll see. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed taking a look at what one of these is like with me. And if you've already seen them or do them, definitely let me know some hints and tips down below to make my experience more happy, knowing some things you learnt while you were doing it. So, until next time, bye-bye.